Hey everybody, Gorillas fan here. Well, today I've come across the very first badly written episode of My Little Pony Friendship Magic. The name of the episode is Bridle Gossip, and let's get to the number one problem with the episode. The main characters were dumbed down. Far more than you could imagine. So, let's see if I've got the plot figured out here. All the ponies of Ponyville are frightened of a mysterious zebra named Zecora who lives in the Everfree Forest. Because she comes into town occasionally, she causes the other ponies to hide in their houses until she leaves. When Twilight hears about this, she speculates that this is just judgmental. They're being judgmental, obviously. The only person that doesn't believe that she's a bad person is Apple Bloom, Applejack's little sister. So, while everybody's talking about how terrible Zecora is, Apple Bloom sneaks away and tries to follow Zecora to the Everfree Forest. But her sister and friends catch up to her, and Zecora gives a warning about the flowers that they were standing in. And so the next day, all the ponies notice that something weird has happened to them. Twilight's horn is all floppy, Applejack is tiny, Rainbow Dash is crashing into everything, Rarity's mane and fur are out of control, Pinkie Pie's tongue is swollen to the point where she can't talk, and I feel so bad for Fluttershy in this episode. The flowers made her suffer from Kevin Michael Richardson syndrome. So, what happens next is they try to go into the Everfree Forest to find Zecora. And they do find her place, and they trash the place, much to Zecora's discontent. But the ponies learn that Apple Bloom was actually helping Zecora to make a bubble bath for the ponies, because it turns out that she wasn't putting a curse on the ponies before. It was actually the flowers. So yeah, it was kind of predictable to see how the ponies' judgmental nature in this episode was going to bite them in the ass. So yeah, they all take the path, they all go back to normal, and they learn the valuable lesson that you should never judge a book by its cover. So they didn't really have to dumb down the ponies for this episode just to teach that lesson. I mean, they could have had, I don't know, another pony who was being judgmental, or just not the main six. Why would you do that to them? They're smart enough as it is. So yeah, it wasn't the best episode. If I had to give one redeeming quality to this episode, it would be Zecora herself. She's actually really cool. And I don't know why, but she rhymes more in the episode than Vincent Price rhymed in The Thief and the Cobbler. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this episode, and that pretty much ends my week-long marathon of reviews for my show here. Next week I'm going back to college, and I'm only going back to one episode per week. So until then, this is the Gorillas fan signing out.